So today's presentation, what we're going to talk about is the step-by-step process for becoming a mortgage loan originator in less than 30 days. Even if you have no prior real estate experience, even if you have no prior mortgage experience, I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process for becoming a mortgage loan originator, and I'm going to show you how you can do that in 30 days or less, even if you have no prior real estate or mortgage experience. See, the rules have changed. Now, real estate agents can also offer mortgages to your clients if you're properly licensed. So I'm going to show you what that means to be properly licensed. And for those that just want to do mortgages, you don't have to have a real estate license to do mortgages. There were loan officers in 2008, 2009, and prior that just wanted to do loans. They didn't want to have anything to do with real estate or selling homes. They just wanted to be able to do loans. So that's still the case. So whether you have a real estate license or whether you don't have a real estate license, the process is the same. And that's what we're going to go through, the step-by-step process for becoming what's called a mortgage loan originator, MLO, in 30 days or less, whether you have a real estate license or not. See, in the past, we've all known someone that did loans. I can remember going to the grocery store. The person that did my groceries or bagged my groceries, they also did loans. My hairdresser, she did loans. And if you think about it, in your family, your uncle, your cousin, your neighbor, you always knew someone that did loans. Then the rules change. The rules change. Now you have to have a mortgage loan originator license and NMLS license to do loans. So this training is for you if you want to obtain an NMLS license, but you can't afford to take a lot of time off work or away from family to complete the required pre-licensing training. Think about it. Those of you guys that are real estate agents, you had to do 3 classes. Then you had to take a test. Well, now for mortgages, you have to take a class. That wasn't the case before. You have to do 20 hours of pre-licensing. Then you have to take a test. So this training is for you if you want to obtain an NMLS license, but you can't afford to take a lot of time off of work or away from family, school, whatever you have going on in your life to do this training. If you're a real estate professional struggling to generate additional income, then this class is for you. Real estate agents can now offer mortgages to their clients if you're properly licensed. And again, I'm going to take you through the steps to show you how to be properly licensed. Imagine the income if you can not only charge points on selling the house, but also on doing the mortgages. Now, there's going to be some transactions out there that you can't do, and that's why you have to take the class. But I just did a transaction. My client put 20% down. I charged points on the mortgage. I charged points on the sale of the house. Real estate agents can now do mortgages if you're properly licensed. So make sure you pay attention when I get to that part. If you tried to pass the test in the past but failed, it's a difficult test. The pass rate is 58%. That means almost half the people that have tried this test failed it the first time. And the reason why is they really underestimate it. And the people that fail it the most are real estate agents and previous loan officers, because we think we already know everything. And only about 20% of this exam is about real estate and mortgages. The rest of it is about rules, regulations, laws, things of that nature. If I were to ask you right now, how long must HMDA records be kept? Which law requires a borrower to truncate debit and credit card information? That's the kind of stuff that this exam is all about. So if you've tried to pass the test in the past but failed, this class is for you. This training is for you. Or maybe you just want to become a mortgage loan originator and you're not sure how to make it happen. Over the next hour, you're going to know the step-by-step process for becoming a mortgage loan originator, and you're going to have a plan on how you can do that in 30 days or less. My promise to you today is that you're going to learn the following. The 6 steps that it takes to become a mortgage loan originator. There's only 6. The 6 steps that it takes to become a mortgage loan originator, and a plan on how to do it in 30 days or less. I'm also going to go over the 5 biggest mistakes that people make that will prevent you from becoming a mortgage loan originator. I've been doing this for a long time. We have a 90% pass rate at our actual facility, and there's 5 mistakes that people make all the time that prevent them from passing this test and becoming licensed. I'm going to go over those 5 steps with you so that you can avoid them. I'm going to take you through the exact same steps that we've taken our past students through that have earned us our over 90% pass rate. We've already done this poll, and I noticed that we have a lot of real estate agents on the call. Great. We have a few State Farm agents. State Farm bought a bank, and now their agents can do loans. They can go back to all the people that they sold policies to and let them know, I have a new service. I can help you refinance or help you find a home. And we have a few people that have been in the business before trying to get back in, but the majority of you are brand new. So great, great. So what I want to do, I'm not going to keep you very long. Turn off your cell phone or put it on silent or vibrate. Shut off all those extra tabs so you can pay attention to me. And if you're serious about creating big results, the information I'm going to share with you over the next 60 minutes can seriously create the change you want most in life. Stick with me to the end of this webinar. Right after the question and answer section, I'm going to share with you the #1 resource that we give our students to help them pass the exam. That's something I want to gift to you just for you staying on the call. So stick with me to the end. Those of you that are still here at the end, we're going to give you that resource. You don't have to do anything but give me your attention for the next few minutes. Who am I? My name is Artricia Woods, and I am the broker owner of Affinity Real Estate and Mortgage. And what we do have real estate and mortgage services, but my gift and what I like to do is teach. You can see here I'm also a mom, a wife, a grandma, but my gift, my superpower is in teaching. I love to take hard to understand, hard to learn information and break it down into what I call Sesame Street style and teach it to students so that you guys can pass this very difficult exam. Not only this one, but the real estate exam, the insurance exam, the notary exam. But out of all of them, this one is the toughest. So I want to be able to help you with that. Now, why would you want to become a mortgage loan originator? Don't call yourself a loan officer anymore. We're called mortgage loan originators. Why would you want to be in this business? The income potential. No matter what city or state you're in, the income potential. There was a study done in March 2020 on Indeed.com, and it reported that the average, not the highest, not the lowest, but the average mortgage loan originator earned about $80,000 a year. That's a lot of money. In California, it's even higher, 110. And you can see in some of the other states. And if you want to go to Indeed.com, you can put in your city and state, and you can see what the average mortgage loan originator earned in your state. Imagine if you were also a real estate agent that was also making money on the real estate end of this. This is just the mortgage income. Let's take a closer look at that. Let's say that the average loan officer or loan originator charged 2 points on every loan that they did. The standard is 3, but we're going to keep it simple. Let's just say that you only charge 2 points on every loan that you did. And let's just say that the mortgage that you charged this on, the home was valued at $250,000. Now, I don't know, you guys are in all kind of different states. In California, we don't have very many homes that are $250,000. Our home prices are very high. But let's just say, for simplicity of this particular workshop, that the value of the home was $250,000 and you only charged 2 points. That's $5,000 income on one loan. What if you also did a real estate transaction on that deal? What if you did more than one loan a month? What if you still had your regular full-time job? That's $5,000 income on one loan. For a lot of people, they don't even make $5,000 a month. What if you charge 3 points? What if the home was valued at $500,000 instead of $250,000? The income potential. But let's just see this one out. Say if you charge $250,000 and you only, no, say if the home was valued at $250,000 and you only charge 2 points, that's $5,000 income. Say if you only did one loan a month for 12 months, that's $60,000 income in 1 year for just doing one loan a month. $60,000 income. There are some two household incomes that don't make $60,000 a year. But again, I'm sure if you're getting into this business, you plan on doing more than one loan a month, right? I'm sure if you're getting into this business, you're probably going to charge 3 points on some deals. I'm sure if you're getting into this business, you're going to be dealing with homes that are valued over $250,000. So the income potential is why you want to consider becoming a mortgage loan originator. But before you can become a mortgage loan originator, you have to be able to pass the test. That's what's stopping people. Passing the test. It's a difficult exam. Those of you that have tried it before, you know it's a difficult exam. So I'm going to be happy to share with you for free exactly what's working for me and my students that have earned us our over 90% pass rate. If you have not had a chance to check out our Facebook reviews, our Google reviews, our Yelp reviews, our YouTube videos, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. We want you to research us. We want you to research me so that you can feel comfortable if you decide to take advantage of any of our services. Again, per the NMLS website, the pass rate is about 58%. That means 42% of the people or so that are taking the test, they're failing it. You don't want it to be you. You want to be able to pass the test the first time. And if you've already taken it, you want to be able to pass the test the next time. So I'm going to talk about the top 5 reasons why people fail. Look at this guy. Just imagine studying what you thought was good exam prep material, going in, taking the test, 3 hours, and you come out and you fail. Must be a horrible, horrible feeling. So I'm going to talk about the top 5 reasons why people fail the exam. And I want to make sure you understand them so that you can avoid them. The number 1 reason that people fail this exam: test takers do not adequately prepare for the exam. You don't prepare yourself properly. So you take the 20-hour class. Everyone has to take a 20-hour class. That's the pre-licensing class. Just like those of you guys that are in real estate, you had to take 3 pre-licensing classes. With mortgages, you have to take a 20-hour pre-licensing class. But a lot of you take the 20-hour pre-licensing class and you think that's all you have to do. And you run down and you take the test and you wonder why you failed. That class is your prerequisite. It's not your exam prep class. That's the class that you have to take to get in the industry, not the class that you need to take to pass the test. It's recommended that you study a minimum of an additional 10 to 15 hours after that so that you can be ready to pass the exam. The 20-hour class gives you the information for the industry, not the exam. It's the class that you have to take to get in the mortgage world, not the class that you have to take to pass the test. So you're not adequately prepared when you run down there to take the test if all you did was a 20-hour class. Reason number 2, you took the wrong pre-licensing class. And what I mean by that is you took the wrong type for your learning style. Most people go out there and they choose the cheapest one they can find. You're going to get what you pay for. See, I'm not interested in being the cheapest, but I am interested in being the best. That's why we have the pass rate that we have. Others go for an online version, but they don't choose a good online class. See, you don't want an online class of what I call death by PowerPoint. What do I mean, death by PowerPoint? There's just a PowerPoint, and it's read here, click next, read here, click next. No, I want to teach you the information. So our class is made up of video-based, 5-minute video-based training each, where I'm teaching you the information. You don't want an online class that requires you to teach yourself. Why are you going to pay and just have to read and click next? You want a class that's going to teach you the information so that you feel confident when it's time to take the test. We have live webinar boot camps. There's one coming up this month where we're going to teach you what you need to pass the test. But we also have online instructor-led self-paced classes. We have a 5-day class and we have a 10-day class. They start every Monday. In the 5-day online instructor-led class, they're self-paced. You have to do 4 hours a day. You can do whatever 4 hours you want. You can do an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon, 30 minutes here, but you have to do 4 hours a day for 5 days to get your 20 hours out of the way. In the 10-day class, you have to commit to 2 hours a day. Maybe you do 15 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at lunch, finish it up before you go to bed. But that's how you can get your 20 hours out of the way. Take a live 3-day boot camp where you're online with me for a webinar. We don't have the live in-person classes right at this moment because of quarantine and things of that nature. But we have live webinars, 3-day webinars, and I'll give you the dates. Or take the online self-paced class. 5 days, you have to commit to 4 hours a day. Any 4 hours you want, you can break it up. The 10-day, you have to commit to 2 hours a day. But you have to take the pre-licensing class. That's the one you have to take by law. Reason number 3, studying without a plan. Studying without a plan. People go out and they buy all these practice exams and they just memorize the question, answer, question, answer. That's not going to help you. See, you have to understand why the answer is the answer. A lot of the questions are scenario-based. And if you don't understand why the answer is the answer, you're not going to pass. You may know things like what is RESPA, TILA, and HMDA, but that's not enough. The questions are situational, they're scenario-based. You have to know how to pass this test and how to study for this test. Reason number 4, waiting too long before taking the exam. This test changes a lot. So studying sporadically, that's not going to help you. I want you to do it in 30 days or less. Okay? Let's get in, let's study, let's get it done. If you don't do it in 30 days, how about 45? How about 60? But not beyond that. The test content changes a lot. You don't want to study, and then they change it. It's already changed 8 or 9 times already. So waiting too long before taking the exam, that's another reason. Reason number 5, and probably the biggest, not understanding exactly what's going to be on the exam, which is crazy to me because they tell us what's going to be on the exam. One of the things that I'm going to give you at the end of this webinar is a cheat sheet, and it's going to have an outline explaining exactly What's going to be on the exam? It's going to have the things on there that just changed, like TRID, qualified mortgages. It's going to go over the 5 sections of the exam, and they tell us exactly what they're going to quiz you on, what they're going to test you on in each section. Our whole class, our whole program is based on this outline so that you know that you're studying what's going to be on the exam. Taking this exam without a clear idea of what's on it, that's like driving cross country without a map. I'm going to say that again. Taking this exam, this very difficult exam, without having a clear idea of what's on it, is like driving cross country without a map. How do you even know if you're going the right way? How do you even know if you're studying good information? That's reason number 5 why people fail this exam. Here's a testimony from one of our students. Her name is Alexandra. She said, I took the 20-hour class online, not with Artricia. She took the exam and she didn't pass. Then she took an exam prep class, not with Artricia. She took the exam and she didn't pass. She was frustrated because if she take it one more time, she'd have to wait 6 months. This is how this goes, guys. If you fail the exam once, you have to wait 30 days before you can retake it. But if you fail it 3 times, they make you wait 6 months before you can retake it. So Alexandra had failed the exam twice. If she failed it one more time, she'd have to wait 6 months. A coworker recommended Artricia's NMLS crash course, and then after 6 days in our crash course, she passed. And you can see her testimony on Yelp. This is Heather. Heather is one of my favorite. She's my first student that has scored over 90% on the exam. Now we have over 40 people that have scored 90%, have one that scored 99. But this is Heather's testimony. So take it from someone who got 91% on the test without being in the industry. She had nothing to do with mortgages, hadn't even bought her first house. This class works. First, I should say that Artricia gives specific instructions on what to study and what order to do things. See, we have a system. If you come in and you follow the system, you will pass the test. See, the passing score for the test is 75%. She got 91. I took the course, I did all the practice exam, studied for 3 weeks, see, because she wanted to become a mortgage loan originator in 30 days or less. The test is no joke. No one's going to tell you that the test is easy. But she did it, she followed the system, and she passed. So here we go. I'm going to tell you how you can do this and give you the plan on how to do this in 30 days or less. So listen up. Step number 1, the first thing that you have to do is to get your NMLS ID. They call it your unique identifier. The first thing you have to do is get your NMLS number. That takes about 5 minutes. On the cheat sheet I'm going to give you at the end of the webinar, there'll be a link there, and you can go on, if you haven't already, get your NMLS number. That's step 1. This number is tied to you for your entire mortgage career. 5 minutes, guys. Step number 2, you have to do the 20-hour class. That's a requirement. I've shown you how you can do it in 3 days with our 3-day webinar. You have 27 days left to become an MLO in 30 days or less. Or you can take our 5-day online class. You have 25 days left. Or you can take the 10-day class. You have 20 days left. 3 ways that you can still do it, but you have to do the 20-hour class. We want you to get that out of the way as soon as possible because I need to get you to my program, to the exam prep program, where I teach you what you need to know to pass the exam. I want you to have at least 7 to 10 days available for me in our exam prep class so that I can teach you what you need to pass the exam. Remember, the 20-hour class is what you have to take to get in the industry. It's not necessarily your exam prep class. When we get to step 3, I need you to have 7 to 10 days available to me for our exam prep to get you prepared for the exam. That's where you want to spend most of your time, energy, and effort in step 3. And then once you pass the test, step 4, 5, and 6 can all be done in 1 to 2 days. Step 4 is just to complete your application. Everyone on here is completing an application at one time. Your name, your address, your phone number, your work history. Step 5, background check. You have to do a live scan. Credit report, they're going to pull your credit. It's a formality. People ask me, do I have to have a certain score? No. It's a formality. It's a part of their process. They have to make sure that you don't have anything on your credit having to do with Ponzi schemes and money laundering, fraud, things of that nature. And then obtain sponsorship. Obtain sponsorship is just telling them, are you going to work as a real estate agent or broker? Or are you going to work as a non-real estate agent or broker? And you'll learn a whole lot about sponsorship in the 20-hour class. That's why you have to take the class, so that you can understand how this works. So again, step 1, get your NMLS number, 5 minutes. Step 2, do your 20-hour class. Do the 3-day webinar. Do the 5-day online. Do the 10-day online. Step 3, give me 7 to 10 days to get you ready for exam prep and pass the exam. Step 4, 5, and 6, we can do those in a matter of a couple of days. But you can't do them until you pass the exam. So why are you here today? Maybe you tried to pass the exam once or twice and can't afford to fail again. Maybe you're a real estate professional trying to generate additional income. Well, now you know what you have to do. You have to have an NMLS endorsement added to your real estate license. You have to have an NMLS endorsement, meaning you have to pass the test and become licensed as a mortgage loan originator. And that endorsement is added to your real estate license, endorsing you to be able to do mortgages and real estate. There are some transactions you won't be able to do. A lot of them will have to deal with FHA, but everyone doesn't do an FHA loan. And there are things that you can do. You'll learn about that in the class. But like I said, I had a bar that put money down. They didn't go FHA. They went conventional. I got paid on the real estate part. I got paid on the mortgage part. Or you can do a refinance. You can do a VA loan. You can do a reverse mortgages. The point is, it's an income stream that's opened up to real estate agents that was not opened up to them before. So maybe you're a real estate professional trying to generate additional income. Maybe you provide multiple services to clients that you already have. I have a lot of CPAs that are doing taxes right now that got licensed, and as they're doing their person's taxes, they're telling them, I can also help you refinance or purchase a home or whatever the case may be. Maybe you already have a business and you want to let your clients know, I can also help you with this now. Maybe you want to become a mortgage loan originator, just not sure how to make that happen. Whatever the reason, we got you covered. This is what we offer. The live 3-day webinar pre-licensing bootcamp. The next one is May 19th through the 21st. It's a live webinar. You will be online with me from 9 a.m. to 3:30 for all 3 days. That's how you get your 20 hours. If you don't want to do something like that, you can do the online instructor-led self-paced. They start every Monday, 5-day or 10-day format, 5-day or 10-day format. So depending on your learning style, maybe you want to do the 3 days and get it out of the way, if you can handle that, or maybe you want to do the online instructor-led 5-day or 10-day. The 5-day, remember, you have to commit to 4 hours a day, whatever 4 hours you want, and the 10-day, 2 hours a day, whatever 2 hours you want. But once you get past the 20-hour class, which is the requirement, this is where I'm trying to get you, in my exam prep class. And we offer that in 2 ways. 1, live webinar, 5 hours The next one, we do it once a month, but the very next one is May 27th, 9 to 2:30. Let me give you what you need to know to pass this exam. Or you can do the online self-paced. Once you sign up for that, you have 24/7 access to it for 3 months. This one is the one that my signature class where I help people to pass the exam. This is a testimony from another student. His name is Benji. Just wanted to let you know that I passed the exam yesterday with 80% first take. Affinity Mortgage Training is incredible. Artricia has a system, and that system is take our 20-hour. That gives you the foundation. Then take our exam prep. Do the supplemental material that I'm going to give you after that, and pass the exam. It's a system. The test is very difficult. You don't want to have to take it multiple times. Let's pass it the first time. Here's one from Lisa. And you can see here that Lisa got 92% on the exam. She took the 10-day class online, and she took the online mastery class. She did everything in 26 days because she wanted to become a mortgage loan originator in 30 days or less. The test is broken up into 5 sections. So our course is broken up into 5 sections. These are the different modules. This is the way how they're weighted. But we go over all of this in the actual class. It's a system that we have in place. You have the federal section, you have the general mortgage section, loan origination ethics, and then the uniform state content section. Now that uniform state content section, that's a big deal. That's the reason why you only have to take 1 exam for all states. People ask me, is your class good for Texas, for Utah, for Georgia? It doesn't matter where you're from. There's 1 exam for all states. Now, there may be additional education that you have to do for some states. For example, Arizona requires a couple of hours of education, but pass the test first, then worry about that. So the obvious question is, how do I make all of this work so that I can get things up and running quickly? This is what we are offering you guys that are on this webinar. This is what's included in a 20-hour class. And I told you the different ways that you can take it. 3-day, 5-day, 10-day. You get a manual, you get all the slides, you get a video, you get a couple of practice exams because that's not your exam prep class. But you have to do the 20-hour class to get into the business. You want to do this one. This is my exam prep class. You can either do the 5-hour webinar or you can do the online mastery course. There's videos, there's practice exams, flashcards, a whole bunch of stuff because this is the part where we're getting you ready for the exam. The next 20-hour class, webinar, bootcamp, May 19th through the 21st. Or you can do the 5-day, 10-day. You can start those any Monday. If that's all you wanted to do, that class is normally $395. For those of you that are on the webinar, you can get it for $320. For the exam prep class, we have one coming up, the webinar on the 27th, or you can do the online mastery one. Maybe you've already done the 20-hour class. If you've already done the 20-hour class in the last 5 years, you don't need to do it again. That class is good for 5 years. So maybe all you need is exam prep. Now, the regular price for exam prep is $260. If you're taking it with the combo, again, listen to me. If you're taking it with the combo of the 20-hour, we'll take $100 off. That's if you're getting the exam prep and the combo. If you're not, and all you need is exam prep, we'll give you $50 off. But if you're taking it as a combo package, we'll give you $100 off. So that means instead of paying $655 for both classes, you'd be paying $480. And if you needed a payment plan, we'd give you that as well, where you can start with as low as $160 for the combo. That's giving you the 20-hour class and the exam prep in whichever format you need it. In addition, we have some fast action bonuses that we will give you if you're signing up today. They're called fast action bonuses because you have to do this today by midnight in order to take advantage of them. Fast action bonuses. There's a book that I wrote. This says 700, but it's been updated because in January, a lot of the laws changed or updated. There's a book that I wrote, and you can get it on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. 800 key facts you must know to pass the exam. I wrote a book, 800 key facts you must know to pass the exam. Those of you that are ordering today, we're going to give you that as a fast action bonus at no additional cost, but you have to order by midnight. There's another kit that I put together for my students. A lot of students got licensed, but they still didn't know what to do. I have a license now. What do I do? How do I get a sponsor? How do I do, my application? So I put together a kit. It's called the NMLS Success Kit. That's another fast action bonus that you'll get if you're ordering today by midnight. So again, instead of $655, you would be doing $480. If you need the payment plan, you can start as low as $160. We'll talk about that. If all you're getting is exam prep, you will not be getting $100 off, but we can give you $50 off. A few other bonuses that my staff is throwing in: flashcards, downloadable Audible flashcards. What do I mean by that? We've made 500 flashcards for you, then we've recorded them. So imagine driving in your car, washing dishes, at the gym, whatever the case may be, and I'm quizzing you. I ask you a question, wait a second, give you the answer. Ask a question, wait a second, give you the answer. You can download those to your phone, your iPhone, your Android, your iPad, wherever. And as you are driving or sitting or waiting around, let me quiz you. We need to get you ready for this exam. So those of you that are ordering by midnight, we're going to give you those 500 downloadable Audible flashcards. We'll give you access to our private Facebook study group. And I'm going to give you a 4-hour audio video of one of our live exam prep classes so that you can already start studying now. You can already participate and have access to an exam prep class now. It's 4 hours. Start listening to that now. Start getting yourself ready now. Those are all bonuses for those of you that decide that you want to sign up and register before midnight. They're fast action bonuses. So if you were to get each of those items individually, it'd come to over $1,400. Of course, in these days and times, who has that? No one wants to spend that amount. But your investment, if you decide to do it today, is $480. $480. Again, if you need assistance, we've partnered with a third-party company called Affirm. They're called Buy Now, Pay Later. And at checkout, you can choose the Affirm option, and they will divide your payments into 3 equal payments, meaning you can start the whole combo with as little as $160. You can start, if you just needed exam prep, with as little as $70. They're a third-party company that we partner with to help students get started quicker. It's called Affirm, and at checkout, you would choose that option if that's what you wanted to do. Again, I'm coming to a close, and I'll take some of your questions. This is how you get these classes. And this is how you get the cheat sheet that I told you. So I'm pretty much getting ready to get to the question and answer section. But for those of you, I told you, if you stuck around to the end, there's a cheat sheet that I want to give you. This is how you get it. 2 ways you're going to get it. If you're in a hurry, send a text. Send a text to the number 44222. We've all sent a text before, I'm sure. But send a text to the number 44222. And in that text, the message, write NMLS cheat sheet, just like I have it there. It'll ask you for your email address and it'll send it out to you right away. Otherwise, just wait about 15 minutes after this particular training, and I'm going to send you a thank you letter. And in that thank you letter, there'll be a link to download the cheat sheet. So you don't have to send a text. You're going to get it in the thank you letter as well. But for those of you guys that are interested in purchasing one of the packages, this is how you do it. The easiest way and the quickest way is to call. You see, I have the number there. That's the easiest and the quickest way. But if you want to do it online, you see that I have the links, and you have to use these links. So it's just our website, MLOtrainingacademy.com. And if you want the 5-day online, type 5-day online combo or 10-day online combo. If you want exam prep only, that's what you do. Or if you want the webinar, I will leave those up at the end so that you guys can choose those. Or like I said, you can just call and press extension 1. If you have to leave a message, leave a message. We will get back to you. But if you want to get these bonuses and these special pricing, it has to be done by midnight. And they will answer the phone up to midnight Pacific Standard Time here in California. So this is what I want to leave you with, and I'll put that back up. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Last January, we made all these goals, rules, regulations. We remade them again this year in January, and some of us haven't worked on any of them for various reasons. But I'm challenging you to do something today that your future self will thank you for. And that's pretty much what I had to share with you guys. That's pretty much what I had to share with you guys. So what I'm going to do now is open it up for any questions and answers that you may have. Go ahead and type them. Let me stop the recording really quick so that you guys can have a good recording. And again, any questions that you have, go ahead and start typing them in the chat box, and I will answer as many of them as I can.